Well, happy Tuesday to you, New Hope Baptist Church family, and any friends who may be watching and listening today. And welcome to episode number 15 of Midweek Meditations. Today's devotion coming to you for Tuesday, May the 12th, 2020. And isn't it an absolutely gorgeous spring day out today? A nice breeze, nice little bit of cool nip in the air, not too hot, and just a wonderful spring day. Hope that you're enjoying that. Hope that you and your families are doing well, and this video finds you doing well. Thank you for joining us today, although it's a little bit later than we normally come on. I want to show you something that I received in the mail recently. This that you're looking at is a check that I received in the mail from a company called Ingenio. And evidently they're somehow tied into my insurance and through the pharmaceutical companies or whatnot, through the drugs that I have to have every month for high blood pressure and cholesterol and things of that nature. Now, evidently, recently I overpaid for a pharmacy prescription, even with my insurance card, and so they sent me a check in the mail, a bona fide real check. It's got real money attached to it, and I want you to hold on to your hats. I want you to keep your seatbelts on as you hear this. Are you ready for this amount? This will stagger you. They sent me a check in the mail for the amount of, drum roll please, hope you did it, 47 cents. Can you believe that? I have a check in my hand made out to me right now. This is mine for 47 cents. Isn't that amazing? I tell you what, I have a heart attack when I saw how much money that this company sent me in the mail. Now, obviously, I'm being a little bit tongue-in-cheek right now. You can't get very far on 47 cents, can you? It would have been much more nice if Publishers Clearinghouse had knocked on my door with one of those big, huge, oversized cardboard checks on it for $1 million or $25,000 a week for the rest of our lives, and that would be fantastic, or somebody just decided to do that. But no, I got a check in the mail for 47 cents. It's a very, very small amount that I can't do a whole lot with. I'm going to put it in the bank. I'm going to deposit it. I'm not going to throw it away because that would be wasteful, and that would be being a bad steward. But at the same time, to be realistic, there's not a whole lot that I can do with so little. You know, friend, aren't you glad that God is not limited by those limitations of you and I? He's not limited by what little we have to offer Him. Psalm 145:3 says this, "Great is the Lord and greatly to be praised, and His greatness is unsearchable." 3 different times the word great is used in that verse. Now, 2 of them, I believe, come from the same Hebrew root word. The other one a different word, but all of them is the idea of magnificence, enlargement, much, and mighty. And friend, here's the thought for today. It doesn't matter how little we have to offer Him. We have a God who is great, who can make much of it. Are you familiar with the song, "Little is Much When God is in It"? I like to sing that song. That's a beautiful song, and there's some scriptural truth to that. Whether it be a lad who has 5 loaves and 2 small fishes, whether it be a small teenager who's got a rock and a sling going up against a 9'9" giant, whether it's against one man who's been tossed into a den of hungry lions, whether it's 3 faithful young men who've been cast into the pit of the hottest furnace that you've ever heard of, or whether it be a man of short little stature such as Zacchaeus, who was sought and saved because he was lost, or whether it be a little insignificant, inconspicuous manger outside of an inn where the most special baby of all time was humbly born to this world. It doesn't matter what little it is that we have to offer. God can take it and make something great out of it. Our God is not to be boxed in. Our God is not to be limited. He's not to be limited in how much we trust Him. He's not to be limited in how much we teach about Him. He's not to be limited in our understanding of Him. Folks, the only limit that God has is the limitations of His own Word. For the Bible says in Psalm that He's exalted His Word above His very name. He'll never do anything that contradicts the very Word, the very written Word about the living Word. We have a great God today who can do great things. All that He asks is that we present ourselves a living sacrifice to God, which according to Romans 12:1 is our reasonable or logical service. If we will give Him what little we have to offer, He can take that and make much of it. This check, it won't get me very far. I'm going to put it in the bank and add it with what else I have in the bank, which isn't a whole lot either, to be quite honest. But that ultimately together will make something better. God can take what little you give Him that you deposit into the bank of His trust, and He can allow it to pay wonderful dividends in your life and in the lives of others. Give God what you've got. As a believer, He'll take it and He'll make something great out of it. He is great and He's greatly to be praised. His greatness today is unsearchable. Hope this has been a help to you and a blessing to you. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you soon.